The Arizona Trail goes from Mexico to Utah, about 800 miles.
Hikers, bikers, equestrian, cross-country skiers, snowshoers.
There's some really pretty cool, diverse geography.
It's the only National Scenic Trail that's open to mountain bikes, and so we maintain to equestrian standard, which is a wide corridor.
Lots of beautiful areas of the state that you just wouldn't believe is part of Arizona. Nature not only provides me physical health from the activities that I do, it also gives me some mental health.
Healing aspect and the awe and wonder that we all feel when you're standing on the top of a mountain or in a beautiful place or seeing the bird, hearing the birds chirp or seeing wildlife, that's what keeps me coming out here.
Arizona National Scenic Trail, one of only 11 national scenic trails in the country.
They have segments along the whole Arizona Trail.
100 miles of trail, of the trail in Pinal County, and Pinal County manages 45 miles of that trail and 3 trailheads.
Segments like 13, 14, 15, 16 are in Pinal County. My particular segment is 15A, so mine's a 14-mile segment that I'm the trail steward for, so I oversee, go scout it, do a trail assessment, see what maintenance needs to be done, see if there's any signage that needs to be put up, see if there's good spots for water or we need water here.
So having volunteers and partners like the Arizona Trail Association who can help us get out there and do these kind of projects and improvement projects and maintenance projects that we frankly, we can't do on our own from a staff perspective. So having that relationship is amazing, and it gets a lot of work done in a short period of time.
We say, well, this looks like fun. Let me go cut a few trees. So we go out and cut trees.
Typical trail maintenance is brushing back the trees, especially the thorny stuff like cat claws and cholla and all this kind of stuff. Because as we're riding a bike or hiking or riding horses on these trails, we don't want it whacking us in the arm, so it ripped up our clothes, it rips up our skin, we don't enjoy it as much.
Sometimes doing physical labor kind of gets out your hostilities. And I like cutting out cat claw and using a pickmatic to, beat it out.
Then all of a sudden we get 2 inches of rain within 2 weeks, so then it all washes out, so you got to kind of fix all that.
One thing leads more to another. The more you do, the more they ask you to do, and the more you volunteer to do, and so we spend quite a bit of hours out on the trails.
Oh, there's cattle all over the place out there. You'd be surprised how many cattle are out there. If you don't see the cattle, you'll see their droppings. All over the trail. They love walking on the trail. One of the projects we've been working on are these raised cattle guards to help easier access for hikers and or bikers and even equestrian. Makes it a lot easier so you don't have to stop, get off your bike, open the gate, go to the other side, park your bike, shut the gate, all this stuff. So it just helps to kind of ease the flow of your hike and or your experience.
One of the challenges on the Arizona Trail, we don't have a lot of water in the desert Southwest, and Pinal County, our stretch in Pinal County, is one of the driest segments of the entire Arizona Trail.
Especially 8 months of the year, it's really, really dry, it doesn't rain. So having these sources of water for the hikers and trail users are actually something we actually do intend on them using. If you're hiking and biking or whatever, experiencing the trail, you're gonna get dehydrated very quickly.
So there's all those different water sources that are available, and that's publicly available knowledge. So if you're planning a hike on the Arizona Trail, you'll know where those water sources are.
I think it's 7 pounds per gallon. That's a lot to carry, especially along with all your other gear, your food, your backup first aid kit, stuff like that. They increased the water project around the Ripsey Ranch and Ripsey Wash area.
This improvement really came about because of a trail user said, hey, there's this spot here that an old water collector was not really effective. There was still water from a spring. The local rancher wasn't using it, wasn't part of his infrastructure any longer. So really, it was really the Arizona Trail Association reaching out to us and saying, hey, we'd like to improve this. And really with a minimal investment, we're able to secure some water for trail users as well as for wildlife. Our signage improvement project really is 20 years in the making. So most of the signs that were out there, and we call these reassurance signs. So they're just fiberglass markers placed adjacent to the trail.
The fiberglass carcinite signs, they break down, they look ugly, there's too many of them.
They tend to get broken by, rogue cows who like to lean up against them, or they just they break because the sun's beat them to death and the wind knocks them over. So it was time to look at some long-term solutions.
Now that we're putting in steel signs with the trail emblem on them and more as reassurance signs. They're less for go this direction, go that direction. They're to say, yes, you're on the Arizona Trail.
The county, invested funds to buy steel posts with markers on them. And the ATA provided the labor to put all those in across 45 miles of trail in Pinal County.
We have a real process. We've been putting in gates and signs, and so you have a generator, we have a little jackhammer, we dig a hole 2 feet deep, we put the sign in, put in a bag or two of concrete, and the thing is permanent, it's not going anywhere.
Steel trail signs are much more secure. They have a really long shelf life, and they are not prone to breaking from sun or cows and those things that we've traditionally had. So we're really happy with that.
They really do look nice.
These kind of projects, many of them wouldn't get done without the volunteer support that we have. We have plenty of work for everybody to come out and help.
It's really my personal mission is to protect the land and our access to it so that more people can have these same experiences in nature.
Employees really drive the Arizona Trail Association for sure, but it's so important to have these volunteers throughout this trail.
And after retirement, it was like, it felt natural, but it's also, I'm sure other people say it just really feels good to get out.
I'm almost 71, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be at least a couple of years before I can't do it anymore.
We get a lot done every year, and we couldn't do it without the help of hundreds of stewards, thousands of volunteers, land managers. It's an amazing collaboration throughout the state.
When you're out, you are not thinking about anything but either the work you're doing or the hike you're doing or the people you're with. And the rest of the world just doesn't exist anymore. And it really is a pleasure to be out there.